President Buhari meets Malawi, South Tome leaders in Malabo on rights of citizens. APC concludes governorship, House of Assembly, representatives and senatorial primaries in Ogun State. Scores of people fell dead in stampede in Rivers State. Good evening and thank you for joining us on NTA Abeokuta Channel 12 News. My name is Ayanla Balogun. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has again spoken of the need for African political leaders to respect the rights of citizens to make their choices in elections, insisting that such a constitutional right to determine who leads them should not be treated with levity. This was while granting audience to President of Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera, on the margins of the African Union Summit in Malabo. Ogun State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Afolabi Afuakwe, has clinched APC ticket for Abeokuta South Federal Constituency at the APC House of Representatives primaries held at the Centenary Hall, Ake Abeokuta, Ogun State. Muiwa Homomi reports that Afuakwe scored 54 votes to defeat other contestants. His report is here presented.
75 delegates from 15 wards of Abeokuta South Federal Constituency were accredited for the election, which was conducted under a peaceful atmosphere. At the end of the exercise, the presiding officer, APC House of Representatives primaries, Kehinde Tajudeen, announced Afolabi Afuakwe as winner, having scored 54 votes, while his closest rival, Afis Balogun, polled 20 votes.
46, 47, 48. 49, 50. Honorable Afuakwe Roof, 54 votes.
In his acceptance speech, the winner, Afolabi Afuakwe, appreciated the delegates for supporting his ambition.
You can see how transparent the whole process is. That is APC for you. APC is a party that follow the rules. And you can see that we all conduct ourselves in a very peaceful manner. I'm dedicating this victory to the good people of Abeokuta South, in particular, but especially to our performing governor of Ogun State, Dr. Prince Dapo Abiodun.
APC chieftains and other party members expressed confidence that the party will come out victorious in the 2023 general elections.
Still on party politics, a serving federal lawmaker representing Abeokuta North, Obafemi Owode Odeda, on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, have been declared standard bearer for the 2023 House of Representatives election. Anthony Gandanu reports.
APC delegates from 3 local government areas, Abeokuta North, Obafemi Owode and Odeda, converged on Unity High School, Agoka, for the exercise. It was a day to elect a candidate from the 3 contestants, who included a serving House of Representatives member, Olumide Oshoba. At the end, Olumide Oshoba was declared winner at the primary, having scored 118 votes to defeat his closest rival, Taiwo Oludotun, who pulled 40 votes, while Olubenga Adesina got 30 votes.
Taiwo Oludotun scored 40 votes. Mr. Benga Adesina scored 30 votes. Mr. Olumide Oshoba scored 118 votes. The total number of votes amounts to 188. That is the summary. The returning officer from Abuja will do the official announcement from the party secretariat.
Some party leaders described the process peaceful and credible.
We thank the delegates for behaving very well. We thank the aspirants too for conducting themselves in a good manner.
Advice to them is that they should take it easy and cooperate with the person that win the election, so that we can move the party forward.
Party members who witnessed the outcome of the primary congratulated the candidates. In Abeokuta, Anthony Gandunu, NTA News.
Similarly, Femi Ogumbanwo, popularly called Omoiwa, has clinched the APC ticket for Ijebu Central Federal Constituency with 71 votes out of 179 valid votes to defeat 7 representatives member. Joel Pukwala has more.
A total of 10 candidates participated in the primary election to select APC standard bearer for Ijebu Central Federal Constituency, comprising of Ijebu, Ijebu Northeast and Odogbolu local governments, with 180 delegates on ground to determine where the pendulum will swing in the keenly contested election. The contestants demonstrated the spirit of sportsmanship and cooperation with the officials conducting the exercise. After all the 3 local government delegates voted for their respective candidates under the watchful eyes of the party agents and the aspirant, the returning officer Taiwo Egbeyemi officially announced the results at the end of the collation exercise.
Kunle Otun, 49 votes. Deji Ashiru, 5 votes. Wale Jubril, 33 votes. Omoiwa, 71 votes. AKO 17, Odulami 4. Total vote cast was 180, 1 was voided.
Other aspirants congratulated the winner.
What I will say is that there is no winner. Our party has won. It's a victory for my governor, and it's a victory for all of us.
Those that didn't emerge, they should have faith and have trust. By next coming one, they will try, to be among the best.
The primary election for Ijebu East, Ijebu North and Ogun Waterside Federal Constituency was still ongoing as at the time of filing in this report. In Ijebu, Joel Pukwala, NTA News.
Boyega Nasir Isiaka has been declared as APC consensus candidate for Yewa North Imekwafon Federal Constituency in the 2023 House of Representatives election. Tokyo Alabi reports that the APC House of Representatives primaries that produced the candidate was conducted at Ayetoro with 105 delegates.
105 APC delegates, 5 each from the 21 wards in Yewa North Imekwafon Federal Constituency, were accredited to elect a standard bearer for the House of Representatives seat. Prior to the commencement of the exercise, 7 aspirants, who include a serving representatives member, announced Boyega Nasiru Isiaka as their consensus candidate.
I confirm APC. I want to appreciate you all for believing in the leadership of the party.
However, the returning officer, Dr. Dakpo Ogunkoya, who commended the action taken by the aspirants, later conducted the primary, and at the end 103 delegates cast their ballots in favor of Boyega Nasiru Isiaka, while other 2 delegates did not vote.
I have not announced any winner, but all I know is that Prince Nasiru Boyega Isiaka scored 103 out of 103 total votes.
The candidate, Boyega Nasiru Isiaka, says the support of his co-contestants was rare and unique.
I thank you very much.
It's nice, it's good. It's service to the people. It shows unity of purpose, internal organization of the party.
At the time of this report, similar primaries, Akinlade Abiodun Ishaq was elected as candidate for Yewa South Ipokia Federal Constituency, while the APC primary for Ado-Duota Federal Constituency has not been decided. From Ayetoro Yewa, Tokpe Alabi, NTA News.
Still on APC primaries, Senator representing Oyo Central Senatorial District, Teslim Folari, has won the All Progressives Congress APC governorship ticket for the 2023 general elections in Oyo State. Correspondent Kayode Oladoshu, who covered the event at the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium, Ibadan, now reports.
Announcing the result of the primary election conducted by Senator Tokunbo Afikuyome, the returning officer, and Secretary of the Electoral Committee, Dr. Abdullahi Abubakar Kuso, said the 3-time Senator Teslim Kolawole Fulani emerged victorious after he defeated 5 of his contenders with 954 votes. According to him, other aspirants, Adebayo Adelabu got 327 votes, Akim Alau 6 votes, Dr. Aziz Adeduton 2 votes, and Akim Agbaje 15 votes, while Adeniyi Akintola, who had earlier withdrawn from the primary, had 0 votes. Speaking with newsmen shortly after he was presented the certificate of return, the senator commended the delegates for their efforts, saying his main task is to win 2023 governorship election in the state.
We worked very hard for this, with all sense of humility in the last 3 years, and we're happy that we've achieved this.
Someone have to emerge for the benefit of our party, because I am for the party, not for any aspirant.
It will be recalled that the All Progressives Congress APC governorship primary in the state was postponed from Thursday to Friday due to an influx of non-delegates into the venue and security reasons. In Ibadan, Kayode Oladoshu, NTA News.
You're tuned to the news at 7 on NTA Abeokuta, Channel 12. More news after this time out. Please stay.
So pẹ̀lú ohun ìpè glo yín òun ló bá tán lówó bá dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. ẹ̀dùnrànà báwo la ṣe máa so NIN number wa mọ́ òpó ìpè glo line wa. ó simple ìwọ testa 109#.
irú àwa tí a wà ní nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ NIN yìí rárá ń kọ́.
ẹ lọ sí ẹ̀ka ilé ìtajà Glo kẹ́ ẹ lọ fi orúkọ yín sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀ òun lè bá ṣe lówó bá dé. ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀wọ́ báwo lèmi náà yóò ṣe jàǹfààní káàdì ìpè $20 ọ̀fẹ́. ṣé ẹ rí àwọn oníbàárà Glo tuntun àti àwọn tó ti wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa pátápátá òun la láǹfààní àti jẹ káàdì.
èmi náà mo ti gba $20 náírà.
Welcome back. Extracurricular activities can unlock the untapped potentials in pupils if stakeholders in the education sector give it the much needed attention. This came to fore at this year's Children's Day celebration in NTA Abeokuta. Joel Bokola has the highlights of the celebration.
The Children's Day celebration, which attracted participants from 12 schools who came from far and near, created a platform for the pupils to unwind and showcase their skills in various games, quiz, and other academic exercise. The children displayed their dexterity in marching, while the officer in charge, Elijah Ramatu Salaudin, received salutes. Various choreographic display by the schools also added excitement to the occasion. The keenly contested quiz competition put the academic prowess of the pupils to test, especially in current affairs and public speaking. For the officer in charge, the takeaway from the Children's Day celebration is attitudinal change from the children.
You should be obedient to the teachers and to your parents. Behave as good children so that the future too will be much better for you.
The children and the teachers bear their minds on this year's celebration.
I'm happy today to be in NTA Live and Direct. It makes me happy, it makes me feel good, it is very motivating.
It's really awesome to be here today. Everything is amazing.
Certificates and prizes were presented to the schools for their wonderful performances. This year's NTA Abeokuta Children's Day celebration will no doubt remain in the memories of the teachers and pupils for a long time to come. In Abeokuta, Joel Bukuola, NTA News.
Nigerian youths have been advised not to rely on certificates in search of white-collar jobs, but rather engage themselves in employability skills for self-reliance and employment opportunities. This was the fallout of a youth empowerment summit tagged My Skill, My Life by the National Youth Council, Ogun State Chapter. Details in our subsequent bulletin. Scores of people feared dead in a stampede at Polo Club in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. Eyewitness accounts revealed that the incident occurred hours before a shop-free program by King's Assembly was built to commence. Gabriel Amonike completes the report.
An eyewitness alleged that a church, King's Assembly, located at GRA in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, was built to host a program, Shop for Free, and had invited members of the public to come and receive gift items and food in commemoration of its 4th anniversary. NTA News also gathered that A mammoth crowd overwhelmed the few security personnel and pushed open a small gate to gain entrance to the club ground, which led to the stampede. Okay, madam, sorry for cutting you short, but why did you people come?
They have things to do. They were sharing something because I said last year I collect many things. So that's why I bring my children because last year is only this one that I brought.
So what happened now?
I didn't see my child.
How old
And that girl brought her in the village. It's not my own, it's my sister's child.
I heard that they are sharing some palliatives. So before my arrival, I saw some person crowd everywhere. So what I met was that they told me that the gates, that they didn't open the gate. So when people were dragging to enter, some people fell down, and as people were trooping in, they were mashing human beings. So what has been recorded was almost 40 persons died and many are injured.
This issue of death happened around from 6, so people start coming and all those things. So they lock the gate. But at that process of people being close to the gate, happens that the gate need to open because of their force. At that process of running inside the gate, that was when they started pressing on. When one woman came out with a child, the child was completely dead. So with the one I saw like 15 as at that 6 to 7 before I left to work.
The police public relations officer reacted this way via phone conversation.
There was one person died in the stampede. I think there was a program in the church. About they are supposed to start by 9 a.m. this morning, but the people that went earlier before the program to kickstart, prior to the time given for them to start. They went earlier. I think the gate was locked, so I think some persons forced their way into the premises. So as a result of it, because of the rush, so the stampede occurred.
An attempt to get the church authority to react to the incident was unsuccessful. The eyewitness also appealed to organizations to make adequate arrangement for crowd control to avoid such incidents in the future. In Port Harcourt, Gabriel Amunike, NTA News.
And that concludes Channel 12 News. I'm Ayala Balogun. Good evening.